If you want to see change, then you must create the change you want to see.
What's up, guys? Good morning. It's Jonathan with One Big Impact. So, first of all, today is day 5 of the, I believe it's day 5. Is it day 5? Yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 5 days we have been doing this. So I would love to see what your results are in the description below. So first of all, we got 5 tips because it's day 5 that we can use for meal prep. So the first one is going to be save time and buy either pre-cut veggies or canned veggies. A lot of people say, I don't have time to meal prep. That is probably the #1 complaint with prepping people's meals. So first of all, you have time to sit in the drive-thru at McDonald's for 45 minutes when it's jam-packed full of stuff, and you don't back out, then you can definitely find time. But if that's your excuse, or if you just want to save time overall, it's really important that you probably go ahead and buy the big freezer bags of veggies that are already cut up, or buy canned vegetables. Those can save you a ton of time. The next thing is play really loud music, and I say this specifically because it's a really important thing. You have to enjoy the process. Enjoy what you're doing. If you want to watch TV while you're meal prepping, I don't care. Go ahead, throw on your favorite TV show, put your TV in the corner of the kitchen, or play some really loud music and enjoy what you're doing. Personally, I enjoy music. I don't even watch TV. I literally have not watched TV in probably like a decade. But if you enjoy that, do whatever you enjoy while you're doing this. Therefore, you're going to enjoy the act of meal prepping even more. Pick a day where you're not going to be rushed with meal prep. The biggest mistake that a lot of people make continuously is they say, oh my gosh, I only got an hour, I gotta hurry up and meal prep. Okay, now back it up. Plan your meal prep day around your schedule. Okay, so if the Rugrats are at school on a Friday afternoon and you happen to get home early before them, instead of sitting there watching Netflix for 2 hours, get your funky little stinky little butt up and go meal prep for a couple hours. That way you got the little heathens aren't running around eating your celery and running off with your ranch dressing and stuff like that. Who knows what the little suckers are doing? But, or whatever, maybe your mate, your partner, your husband, your wife, they're a distraction or whatever while they're home. So do it while they're not there. Or if they are there, put them to good use. Ask them to help you cut up vegetables or whatever. But make sure you're not rushed and have plenty of time to be able to take it out. Take this time out of your schedule in order to do it. You don't want to do rushed meal prep because then you're going to miss things and it's just going to be a waste of time, money, and energy. One of the other things that you need to think about, I'm sorry, it's definitely 1 o'clock in the morning. I worked with my cousin yesterday. I may have to work with him again today, and I'm not really feeling it, but I kind of got to get bills paid. Yeah. So beyond that, not that you're asked, but beyond that is a big thing is everybody likes to joke, kind of not really in a good way, but joke about the mess, the stage 3 disaster hurricane zone that is their kitchen when they are done because of all the pots, pans, and everything that you use. So a good way to get rid of that or to minimize that hurricane is while your stuff's cooking. A lot of the times you're going to have downtime, 3 to 5 minutes on some things, and like if you're cooking meats or chickens, you're going to have an hour downtime in between. So that 3 to 5 minutes, you can get some pans washed, you can get some counters cleaned up, you can get some silverware, cleaned up or whatever. And usually by the time you meal prep, you can have everything cleaned back up and good to go, or at least massively minimized, okay, so that you're not saying, okay, meal prep day and then dishes day. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just do it as you go. Get off of Facebook. Stop taking pictures of your meal prep saying, I'm a meal prep beast. And then later you're pissed off because you got all this meal prep aftermath that you got to deal with. So as you go, kind of clean as you go methods. A clean and safe work environment is also a productive one, and that should be used pretty much in all aspects of life. Okay, number 5 and the final thing is going to be a tip based off of something that Mary Frances said the other day. I think it's really important that we focus on this, because this is probably the most important tip today. I feel that a lot of people, a lot of the times, have the complaint that my food is so dry, it doesn't taste like it did originally. Okay, and that's completely understandable. I don't really care. It's like I choke the food down. It's like whatever. I'm not really a glutton for punishment necessarily, but it's just you're eating for purpose. But I understand a lot of people, want to enjoy the food and stuff. That's perfectly normal. So a good way of doing that is if you pan-fried skillet a beautiful piece of chicken, and then you throw it in your meal prep or whatever, and then a week later or 4 or 5 days later or whatever, you pop it in the microwave for 6 minutes and you forget about it, and you get it out and it's like this burnt up ball of just dry Martian butt or something like that. Like, I understand, okay? A good way of eliminating that problem is 2 things you could do. Either reheat that meal the exact way that you cooked it and put a top on it. A good way to keep moisture in and everything like that is make sure you put a top back on it. If you skillet fried something originally with the top on it and then you skillet fried something with the top off, you're going to lose all your moisture. You can also throw a little bit of water in there to be able to re-inject the food. You can also steam it. But furthermore, if you're having this problem on a regular basis and you just can't choke down like dry chicken or dry meat or something like that, then it's probably a best idea that you switch your meats to like canned meats or something like that. That way you're opening them the day of and you're not having that problem, because they're going to come with water or oil or whatever you choose. So if you're supposed to be eating 6 ounces of chicken, okay, then you could probably get one of those little 6-ounce tins of chicken and then just open it up that day and then eat it right out of the can, or put it on your wrap or whatever you're doing for that specific day, so that you're not having to deal with that problem. Also, furthermore, this is probably one of the most... Oh, and by the way, Mary's tip, I totally forgot, was actually to reheat them in like a steamer pot or whatever, with some water in the bottom. And I've personally never done this because I don't have a steamer pot, because my mom throws out all my crap and that's freaking drives me nuts and I need to get the hell out of here. But that's beyond the freaking point. Anyway, the most important tip I can tell you out of all of these is actually not 1 through 5. This is a little hanger on the bottom. Number 6 is eat a meal while you're meal prepping. So schedule your meal prep while you are eating your meal. And I know I tell you guys a lot of the times not to eat and do other things, but specifically if you have a problem with overeating or snacking while you're eating, because let's be completely honest, you're cooking a ton of food. You're cooking a whole week's worth of food. And it's going to look good, it's going to smell good, it's going to make you want to eat, and all those things. So make sure that you have your meal, preferably a big meal, like your lunch or your breakfast or something like that, right there, so that you can eat it while you're actually meal prepping. That way you're not feeling like you're deprived, or, oh, I need to try this, I have to try this, because you're going to potentially... Okay, so first of all, if you do that, you're skimping on whatever days are in the future, therefore making yourself already hungry without even knowing it, because you ate part of your meal 4 days prior. But also, you're adding calories in and carbs and fats and stuff that you haven't accounted for this day, the meal prep day. So that's not okay. So in addition to that, you guys, today is day 5. I apologize. I am super tired. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I definitely needed to make sure I get you guys the video, and I love you guys to death. I hope you guys just really realize, all that you're doing. And I know sometimes people think, meal prep's not a big deal. Meal prep is probably one of the most important factors in your success. Right alongside of meal planning, meal prepping. If you have a plan but you don't have prep, or if you have prep but no plan, you're failing. So keep that up. Keep the great work up. Be stronger than your excuses, and remember to spread love, not hate. Please, please, please put how you're feeling in the description below. Peace, guys.